The housing market is on fire in the Cleveland area. Stay tuned on all the details you need to know. Hi, this is Joy Larson with the Joy team in the Keller Williams Greater Cleveland office. From my home office here, I thought to give you an update from the spring 2021 market so you can be in the know so that you know what is going on. So this is just a little tidbit on the market in the know now. Stay tuned all the way to the very end for buyers and sellers on specific tips you have to know. So let me talk to you first about, let's go to my graph here on my screen. So first of all, there is the light green is for sale and the dark green is sold. And as you can see from last year to this year, look at that, a stark drop there, which guess what that means? If you are selling your house, wow, now is the time. If you're thinking of selling now, I recommend it. Stay tuned for the end for more tips first. But as you can see, it is down 15% compared to last month, 52% compared to last year, which means that you definitely want to get your house up if you're going to sell it. Next is the days on market. The CDOM is the continuous days on market. So when you see this here on the graph here, it starts at 87 from last year all the way into the 50s here. So it's a drop, 32% drop in days, which means that if they're priced well, they will sell fast, because that's the continuous days on market. By the time that you put your house on the market to the time that it is sold and you've moved out is 52 days, where before a year ago, it's here in the 80s, 70s. So keep that in mind. They're selling sometimes in hours, so definitely it's a great time for sellers. But don't worry, those of you who buyers, there's some good news too for you. Now let's go to the average price for sale versus sold, all right? So let's look on the graph. So here, the average price for both listed properties, and so this is sold properties, this is for sale, and these are all for just Cuyahoga County. The sold price is going up 15% from last year. That's great news for sellers. It's not all bad news for buyers though. So those of you who are buyers, with the interest rates that have dropped from a year ago, it's a little over 1% drop from a year ago, which guess what? That gives you more buying power. So roughly a $300,000 house a year ago you could afford is the same amount of mortgage that you'd be paying per month as a $350,000 right now. So you can spend what was $300,000 a year ago, you can do $350,000 now. So you got to keep that all in mind when you're looking and talk to a lender. Definitely you buyers need to talk to your lender. If you need some help and need some names of lenders, just text me and my team. We can help you with that. All right, next, let's go to the months of inventory. This basically tells you if, you know, how it's going and how many houses are on the market currently, all right? So let's look on the graph here. So from around 3 months all the way down to 1.5 months. This is a huge shift in the market. This is not normal for Cleveland. People who have been selling for years and years and years. I've been a realtor for 6 years and I sold $10 million. Our team did last year. This market is surreal. So if you look on the highlight again, January 2021 all the way to now, it is a seller's market. Basically that means a seller's market, you probably can't read this here. Buyer's market means that it's more than 6 months of inventory. Seller's market is less than 3 months of inventory. An average market, neutral, is between 3 to 6 months. But look at here. This is like 1.2, 1.3, 1.1, 1.5. It is unbelievable. So let me give you some tips. Can you hear me? If you're looking to sell your house, this is a great time to do it. But buyers, you're going to need some tips too during this time. All right, I want to tell you a little bit about the hidden gems. Let's talk about the hidden gems for sellers. Now, I recommend to watch my videos on home staging as well as tips to sell your house. Watch those definitely. Also, you'll want to price your house well. Even though people, you'd rather get into multiple offers, right? Because then you can choose which buyer works best for you. Where if you price it too high, it also needs to appraise too. So there's a lot of different tips that you're going to need to know, and your real estate agent can help you with that. Okay, tips for the buyers. This is something you definitely need to keep in mind. Number one, when you see a house you absolutely love, you need to go look at it that day. Houses are selling sometimes in hours. So when you go see a house and you fall in love with it, first off, I always say the right house at the right time, okay? Because we're getting sometimes 5 to 10 offers on a house. So don't say, this is my dream home. Just, if you're meant to have it, it will all work out. So don't worry, all right? Keep that in mind. Now, once you get in that house, you love it, put the offer in immediately. Make sure your agent finds out some details from the seller as to, number one, when do they want to be out of the house by, possession date, okay? Some of them need a week or two possession. I've been seeing a lot that need like 3 months till they can close because they're building or things like that. So find out those details, because you're going to want to say you can live in the house for up to 2 weeks rent-free. That could be a tip if you're in multiple offers. Or there's a lot of different things and nuances, and you can text me and I can tell you all of those, but that's one of them. Get your offer in immediately and make sure you have your pre-approval letter ready to go, all right? So hope those tips help, and if you have any questions, let me know, and good luck, and we'll see you next time.